Okay. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Lebo here again. Today, however, I'm going to be talking about relationships, and we all know relationships are probably the most important thing in our lives. Okay, they affect everything. They affect everything else in our lives. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. I mean your relationship with your sister, your friends, your boss, your colleagues. All those relationships, they affect us so much. And I mean, we all want good, healthy, budding, thriving relationships, but do we really know how to make them like that? How to build relationships that are sustainable, that are long-term, that last longer than 3 months? A relationship that will last longer than an outfalling, a disagreement, you know? And so that's what I want to be talking about today. And I hope you guys will join me for this journey and that you'll be open-minded. I'm going to be talking about the 7 pillars to healthy relationships. And again, this is something that I learned just recently, and I felt like, do we know these principles? Do we apply these principles? Are we maybe applying them wrong if we are applying them? And so it was just, my brain was just running, and I was like, do a video. Why not? Share it with the people. And so that's what I'm doing today. So first of all, let's start here. The most important relationship you will ever have is with yourself. And from that relationship, whether that relationship is healthy or toxic, every other relationship of yours will flow from that and will be a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. So in as much as you can apply these pillars to every other relationship in your life, you apply them to yourself as well, because you can only love me as much as you love yourself. You can only respect me to the degree that you respect yourself. And so everything starts from you and then flows out and affects every other part of your life, every other relationship you have. So first, these pillars need a foundation to stand on, right? So let's make our foundation unconditional acceptance. Yes. Unconditional acceptance, we all yearn for it. We all want it from ourselves and from the people that we're in relationship with. And if that's true for you, that's going to be true for everybody that you are in a relationship with as well. All of us want to be accepted. We all want to feel like, somebody loves me just the way that I am. Somebody accepts me just the way that I am. I don't have to try and be anything else. I don't have to try and be macho. I'm accepted fully as I am, flaws and all. And being accepting or unconditionally accepting a person doesn't mean that you condone everything that they do, doesn't mean that you necessarily agree with everything that they do, but it means that you know how to separate the behavior from the person. So I might not really like the way you're acting right now, I might not really like the way you're behaving right now, but that doesn't alter the way I feel about you. That doesn't change how much I want you in my life or what I see you as. I've accepted you wholly, and yes, we will address things that maybe need to be addressed, but that is not a personal attack on you as a person. You I love. You, we are good. I've accepted you, but there's certain things that we still need to deal with. So unconditional acceptance is, you cannot build a lasting, healthy, thriving relationship without it, okay? Nobody wants to be with somebody that makes them feel all the time that you're not good enough, or I would change this about you, or if only you weren't like that, or if only you did that more, or you did that less, or if only you were doing this. Nobody wants to be with somebody like that. It's draining, it's tiring, really, and it hurts to want to be loved and accepted by somebody who's constantly fault finding. So that is the foundation. Unconditional acceptance of yourself and of the people that you are in relationship with, and then everything stems from that. Okay, and then the first pillar is love. Obviously, right? Love. You cannot be in relationship with people you don't love. And right now I'm not talking about your colleagues or your bosses, okay? That's the exception. But I'm talking about your friends, your sister, your mom, the people that you choose to actively pursue relationships with. You can't be with those people for the long term if you don't love them. And loving them means, look, right now I don't like you very much. I don't like your choices. I don't like the direction you seem to want to go in, but I love you. And nothing that you do changes that, because loving you is a choice that I make. When you choose to love somebody, I think that's what we need to realize, the importance of it. We expect when you love somebody to be loved back in return, but loving somebody is a choice that you make. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with you. If I decide I'm in love with you or that I love you, it's all on me, honey. Like, you don't even have to come through. And that's what we need to realize, because we hurt ourselves when we get into relationships expecting to be loved in return. loving and expecting to be loved in return. And in an ideal world, that would be perfect, that would be wonderful. But we need to learn that when I love you, it's my choice, it's a conscious decision on my behalf. So whether I like you right now, whether I agree with you or I disagree with you right now, it doesn't change the fact that I love you, because that love is also based on unconditional acceptance. So I might not like the person who's in front of me right now, the way you're behaving, the things that you're doing, but I love you, and I've chosen that I'm going to accept you regardless. And so there's no relationship, honestly, that can stand for the long haul without making that decision, that, you know what, I love you, and I'm here for it. And so that's the first pillar, of course, of a healthy budding relationship or healthy thriving relationship. Okay, and the second pillar is honoring the person, the beauty of the person, honoring the person for being the amazing person that they are. I heard somewhere actually somebody saying that respect is silent and it's personal, but honor is open and it's public, which means that I can respect you and you not even know about it, but when I honor you, I put you out, I show you off in my life, I put you as a priority in my life. People know that you mean something to me. When I honor you, I openly show you. Whereas when I respect you, I could respect you and you don't even know about it at all. But when I honor you, I'm showing you your importance in my life. And so, of course, no relationship would ever work without that either, right? Because we all want to be honored for the amazing beings that we are. We all want to feel like we're that special in somebody's life, right? And so when you have a relationship where there's a mutual understanding of the honor of the other person, that, you know what, we could be disagreeing, but I'm not going to step into disrespecting you territory. I'm still going to choose to respect you, and I'm still going to choose to honor you and see you as a priority in my life, and we'll find a way to make this work, you know? So no relationship will last without honor. No relationship lasts when there's a whole lot of disrespect just flying around, right? We all want to be respected. We all want to be acknowledged as being important. And we also want to be prioritized. I don't want to feel like I'm in a relationship with you and I'm competing with 20 other people. You know, yes, there will be 20 other people in your life, but there's only one me in your life. And that's what honor is about. It's about, you are special in my life because you're unique. There's only one you ever in my life. And no relationship will ever work without that. Both ways. It's not just about me honoring you, it's about us honoring each other. Okay, and then the third pillar is self-control. Self-control. That's a hard one, even outside of relationship. Just generally, it's a hard one. Discipline. Learning to, you know what? We're not always going to agree. We're not always going to like each other. We're not always going to be happy, chappy, clappy. But I'm not going to allow myself to overstep certain boundaries in this relationship. I'm not going to allow myself to just get to a point where anything goes. You know, we might be arguing, we might be having an argument, we might not be on good terms right now, but I'm not just going to blurt out everything I want to say and just attack you and just be on your case and say things that I essentially cannot take back, do things that cannot be undone. I have the self-control and the respect enough for this relationship and for us to realize, okay, some things I don't need to be doing, okay? And so that's the importance of self-control. Relationships where everything and anything goes, where you can say whatever you want to say to me and I say whatever I want to say to you, those relationships don't last. And even if they do, you find that you are in relationship with somebody's body. You are in relationship with the silhouette of this person, but this person has left this relationship a long time ago because nobody wants to feel unvalued. Nobody wants to feel that, you know what, if I take this person off, I'm gonna get it. You know, nobody wants to be dealing with a timing bomb, really. So that's the importance of self-control, knowing, you know what, this far and no further. I respect you that much, I respect myself that much, and I respect what we have. So if right now I can't deal with you with a cool, calm head, let me come back. Let me get back to you, because otherwise we could ruin this beautiful thing over a simple misunderstanding. So self-control is very, very important. Just generally, even with the things that you allow in a relationship, with the things that you don't allow in a relationship, it's very important to have self-control, to be a person that I can trust, that, you know what, even if I'm pushing you against the wall, which I don't think people do deliberately, but relationships bring that out, I know that, hey, this person is a person of self-control and they will deal with me accordingly, you know. Okay, and so then we're moving on to the fourth pillar, which is responsibility. Responsibility, which in a relationship setting, it means don't make me responsible for you. Don't use me loving you and me having self-control and me having unconditional acceptance for you to now make me responsible for you. No, baby, you're responsible for you, I'm responsible for me. We come together and we create magic. That's what I like to say. And so with responsibility, it's just that you are responsible for the things that you bring into this relationship. And what I mean by that is, people like thinking that relationships are 50-50 and there's no relationship at all in this universe that lasts or survives on a 50-50 basis. If we're going to be in this, we are in this 100%. And so the same way it takes two to make it work, it takes two to make it not work. And so you are responsible for bringing your all into this relationship, just the same way as I am responsible for bringing my all into it as well. And we are each responsible for ourselves. We are responsible for ourselves. I don't now come into this relationship and it becomes a codependency relationship. No, you are responsible for you, I'm responsible for me. And so therefore, in that way, this relationship becomes mature. It becomes a mature relationship where it's like, okay, you know what? We're both adults. You know what you're bringing to the table. I know what I'm bringing to the table. And you know what you're contributing to make this work or to not make this work. And you deal with that accordingly. And so when we take responsibility for ourselves, and I'm not worried about carrying you or shouldering your burdens or you, me, we are just free to enjoy the relationship, and we're just free to enjoy each other's company and to open up and to love each other freely and to know that, you know what, I'm in a solid relationship right now, you know. So, and then the fifth pillar is truth. Truth. Telling the truth, being your truth, accepting the truth about yourself. I think the truth is also a hard one because it's always hard to hear the truth from somebody that you love. It hurts, okay? It really hurts. It even hurts to tell the person that you love a truth that you know is going to hurt them. But if we're going to build strong, lasting, thriving relationships, the truth has to be an integral part of those relationships. We can't build anything solid based on lies, okay? And so yes, it's about telling your truth, that's true, owning your truth, but also hearing your truth from my perspective, what I'm experiencing when I'm with you. And that might not always be very easy to accept. But if I care about you and if you care about me, those are the things that we will discuss. Those are things that we will talk about truthfully and openly, and not in a hurtful, vindictive, I'm trying to hurt you, you're such a bad person, how could you do this? No, it's from, I love you, I love this relationship, I like what we have, but if we don't deal with 1, 2, and 3, we're not going to have this for much longer. And that's where the truth comes in, where you own your truth and I own my truth, and we come together and we build something solid based on the sometimes painful truth. I feel like sometimes the truth can also actually be seen as, sometimes we can lie so much to people who try to put on this facade of what I think you want me to be or what I was expected to be in a past relationship, and I bring that over into this relationship, and I'm not really being myself, I'm not being truthful, I'm not being authentic, and basically I'm a fraud in this relationship because I'm so scared to just be myself and own up to who I am and let you love me truthfully as who I am. And so that is very important. You don't want to get into a relationship where it's already starting on a rocky footing and now you have to constantly lie, because when you tell one lie or when you hide one truth, when you omit one truth, you're gonna keep having to maintain that for the long haul. And now you're in a relationship with somebody that you don't even know, does this person actually love me, or this person that I've pretended to be, or this person that I've withheld from them? And so you want to get into relationships and be your absolute truth. And if somebody wants to be with you or to be in relationship with you, they will accept that. No, we don't all have a pretty beautiful past. We've all been through something, especially when you're dating as an older person or getting into friendships, new friendships. As an older person, as an adult, there's a lot that these people will have to kind of know about you, accept about you, and love about you, essentially, if that's what they want to do. So always own up to your truth, always accept the truth about yourself, no matter how ugly it may be, and give the other person an opportunity to love you beyond that. And then pillar number 6, which is faith. Okay, so to build relationships, first of all, you must be a person that believes in relationships still. I feel like we can get so hurt and so disheartened and so discouraged that nobody even wants to try anymore. I don't want new friends. No new friends. I don't want to date. I don't want to try anymore. So to build a lasting relationship, you have to be somebody who still believes in a relationship, in relationships, in the beauty of what relationships can be, in how amazing it can be to be in relationship with people that are like-minded with you, that are on the same level with you, that want the same things as you. So you need faith, honey. You still need to be the kind of person that believes that, you know what, the last 10 relationships of mine didn't work out. The last few friendships of mine didn't work out. I trusted people I shouldn't have trusted. I was hurt by people that I loved. But you know what? It doesn't mean everybody's going to be like that. It doesn't mean every relationship is going to be like that. And that is where you build up your faith again. Because nobody wants to be alone, guys. We love relationships. We are social beings. We cannot function without relationship. We just cannot. And so you need to be somebody who still has your faith intact as far as the institution of a relationship. And go out of your way to build that faith, if that makes any sense, to be the kind of person that constantly builds yourself up in that faith. Because eventually, in as much as nobody can really guarantee how your relationships will end up, if you're the kind of person that comes into it with the mindset of, you know what, this is going to work, I'm going to do what I need to do, I've done the work on myself that I need to do, to put the work in to make this relationship work. And then lastly, number 7 is vision. We know that without vision, you can't build anything, right? When you get into something, you already have the end in mind, right? We begin with the end in mind. And when you get into situations where, you know, it's either you're meeting a new friend, you're in a new dating relationship, you just started a new job, there's colleagues, there's bosses, there's all those dynamics, you get into it with an end in mind. So I'm meeting you today and I'm deciding what importance I'm going to place on you in my life. So we meet and I already feel, whoa, we click, we hit it off, this is an amazing person. I'm already thinking about, okay, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, a year from now. And so you get into a relationship with people and you both have to know, what are we building towards? What fruits is this going to bear in the long haul, right? Because you don't want to get into something and just aimlessly, oh, well, you know, whatever happens, happens. I mean, if we lost, we lost. If we don't, we don't. If she betrays me, she betrays me. If she's loyal, she's loyal. No, you get into this and you both define the vision. It's clear for both of you that, okay, look, we're in this, we're going to make this work, regardless what comes along, regardless what happens, regardless what doesn't happen. Our vision is, I see myself being your friend for the next 20 years, honey, so what do we do to get there? So always start with the end in mind. We need vision for everything. I mean, it's not just about, you know, vision boards about traveling and your car and the latest model of whatever. It's also about the relationships that you choose to build, and also seeing from the very beginning, okay, if you meet somebody and you're getting a whole lot of red flags, honey, that's a vision too. That's you, and you choose to stay with this person, you are choosing the destruction that is going to come from that. So you need to see that also. You need to be very vigilant about seeing also what happens in the beginning stages of every relationship, and so that you know, is this something I want to pursue or not? You know, that's very important as well. So relationships are very important. They are, but they're not always easy. They can be tiring, they can be draining, and they can actually be scary. But we all know that we need them. We thrive when we're in healthy relationships. And basically this is what this video is about. It's about helping us, this new generation, to build lasting relationships, to build strong relationships. And it all starts with yourself. And if these are some things that you still need to kind of work on with your relationship with yourself, I think you should do that, because like I said, everything else, every other relationship will just flow from the relationship that you have with yourself. And so if this is still something you need to deal with, maybe you need to work on self-control. Work on self-control, because honey, it will show. The lack thereof will show in whatever relationship you enter into. And so yeah, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed being with me today. I know we're just getting deeper and deeper, right? But that's the work we have to do. That's the work we have to do to become our absolute best selves, and to literally live in every area, in every sphere of our lives, our very best lives. And so I've really enjoyed sharing these with you guys, and I hope that they'll make the impact on you that they did on me. They made me reevaluate a lot of things, and it actually helped me realize, oh, that's why those relationships didn't work out. I see now, you know, and it helps me lay better foundations for my future relationships and whatever else might come my way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and turn on the bell notification so that you know when I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.